Hey, this is Johnny Boy Boxing at Fight Hype. I'm here with the legend, Jimmy Lennon Jr. How you doing?
Very good, Johnny Boy. This is great to be with you here in New York City.
Definitely. Well, we're here for the Madison Square Garden, Xander Zayas, Garcia fight, Shushu, Bruce Carrington. So talk to me about this event. How special is this? This is the last, event with ESPN and Top Rank. What are your thoughts?
Well, you know, it's a historic event, certainly because of it being the last after so many years, but I'm kind of focusing on the good part of it. You know, we got a great main event with two undefeated fighters fighting for the vacant WBO junior middleweight world title. And Xander Zayas has a tough challenge here. It's a typical Puerto Rico versus Mexico showdown, so it's going to be great. And then Shushu Carrington, I think, is just a great fighter. I'm sorry, this is the fight with the two undefeated fighters.
Yes.
And is Mateus Heitis is his undefeated opponent. But Shushu Carrington is just deserving of a world title shot. It's finally coming here, so it's great to be on a big card with 6 title fights, not all world title, but 6 title fights. It's a good event.
Definitely. How do you see the Xander Zayas and Garcia fight playing out? And does the winner get Sebastian Fundora? He just beat Tim Tszyu. What do you think about all that?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a war.
Yes.
I tell you, I was just in a car speaking with some boxing knowledgeable people who really thought Chino Garcia was going to win that fight. And, Xander Zayas is the favorite to win, but it's going to be a war. Who will they fight afterwards? Well, they're going to get the WBO title. Maybe they'll showdown with Sebastian Fundora, who looked great against Tim Tszyu. Could happen, but, it's a red-hot division right now, so a lot at stake for this fight.
Absolutely. You have so many good names there. Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Boots Ennis has just moved up. Who do you think will be undisputed and be ruling that division? Do you know? Is it a pick'em?
I sure don't know now, but I don't know how you beat Sebastian Fundora now that he's learning to use his reach advantage. In these last 2 fights, and especially against Tim Tszyu, the way he used his size, 6'6", and his size, that's, I think, was the missing piece. And now I don't know how you beat someone who has that kind of that reach and that that height advantage.
Exactly. And then I got to talk about something off topic. Hulk Hogan just passed away. Rest in peace to him. Your father was in the Rocky movies, I believe, right? Was that Rocky 3 with him, where Rocky fought?
I'm impressed. You nailed it. My dad was in Rocky 3, and in fact was there with, I can't remember who Hulk Hogan's name on that.
Thunderlips?
Yeah. And I think he picked up Rocky and threw him into the audience.
Yes, and then Rocky went and picked him up and beat him up and threw him back in there. Yeah. So it was a whole fiasco.
It was that was Rocky 3. My dad was in that. So yeah.
How old were you at the time?
Oh, I don't even remember. That's so good with years. But I was surprised to hear the passing of Hulk Hogan. Truly, has to be the most famous wrestler that's ever lived. So that was really something to hear the news.
Yeah, absolutely. And so switching back, I want to know your thoughts. Manny Pacquiao just came back, 46 years old. What do you think about his performance, and should he continue on?
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was surprised that he looked so good at 46, and after being off for 4 years. I wouldn't put anything past him now at this time. After doing that, I will never. How can I doubt him in anything? I was surprised when I received the scorecards. I really thought, he did enough to win that fight.
Yes.
But I had to announce a draw, and no one likes a draw. But I think he was the winner in the end because he looked so good.
Yes.
And he surprised a lot of people in that fight.
And moving forward, there were talks of him and Floyd, him and Gervonta Tank Davis. What do you think is going to happen in his near future?
And I've heard some other things also, him fighting other fighters too. I doubt it would be Floyd. It could happen, but now there's not a title at stake, so why would Floyd want to fight for not a world title? I don't know. But who knows? I just don't know. But there are more options other than Tank and Floyd. So, I'm pretty impressed, pretty surprised, and I was honored to be a part of it.
Definitely. And Brian Norman Jr. is facing Haney. They're in the welterweight division. What do you think about that fight? They got into a scuffle at the hotel beforehand. What do you think about who comes out the victorious?
Yeah, I'm hesitant to predict a winner on that, but it's boxing, and the emotions get involved, and it makes it even a more interesting fight. And I think that's a really good fight. I was just in Tokyo not too long ago announcing Brian Norman's last fight.
Oh.
And he's a great young fighter, and Haney, we know about him, and Brian Norman's coming up, and he's a dedicated, serious, good welterweight world champion. So it'll be a good fight. I hope to, either be part of it or certainly I'll watch it.
Definitely. That was a scary knockout that he gave his opponent. What were your thoughts when you first saw that? I heard the guy he didn't regain his memory for like a month and a half or something.
Yeah, you're actually telling me something I didn't know. I know that I heard news that he was, coming to after the fight, but had a loss of, didn't really know what happened. So that's serious. Boxing's a tough, serious, dangerous business, and that was a heck of a knockout. So I'm glad to hear that he's doing better, and I hope that's truly the case.
Definitely. Well, we look forward to seeing that fight. And then finally, Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, the super fight in September. How do you see that fight playing out? Who are you leaning towards? Who wins that fight?
Yeah, I tell you, I tend to always think the naturally bigger fighter is going to have an advantage. I'm just, with the Crawford moving up, he was a 135-pound champion, and then 40, fantastic champion, 47 then, and then 54. Is 68 too much? That's really a big jump. But I tell you, a lot of people I respect just say, no, he's going to be favored on that.
Wow.
So I don't know what to say, but Canelo's a great fighter and a smart fighter, and two fighters in the pound for pound best. Getting it on. That's nice for boxing.
And if Crawford is successful, where would you place him in the all-time greats? Does he belong in the top 10, or you've seen so many fighters come across?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to say. But certainly he should be considered. He should be in that discussion, and people could argue that either way for a while. But if he does it, you always wonder. Will people say that no, Canelo was going down and he had had enough? That there might be an excuse for that. So, we'll see. But it'd be quite a feat if he does beat Canelo. That'd be amazing.
Well, definitely. We thank you for your time. The great Jimmy Lennon Jr. Thank you so much. It's Johnny Boy at Fight Hype. We're out.